Good evening, folks, and welcome to another episode of Beer Rating with Sean Connors. As you can see, the beer this week is a Milk Stout, and contrary to what the name implies, there's actually no milk in this style of stout. What it is, they actually use lactose sugar in one of the ingredients, and thus they call it a Milk Stout. And this is one that came out of my beer club, my beer box, I keep calling it. And with the beers came a little newsletter that tells a little bit about each beer. So this one is at 5.5% alcohol, and it's from Hometown Brew Company out of Ontario. And a little bit that they give, it says a balanced, creamier, and sweeter milk stout with mild carbonation. The specialty malt additions of black, chocolate, and caramel gives a more roasted and chocolatey taste in addition to a varied black color. The use of nugget hops provides a light flavor and a herbal aroma. The sweet finish is created by adding lactose sugar to the end of the boil. So there you go. So we know it's going to be dark. And normally stouts you get either like a coffee or espresso flavor or chocolate, something along that lines. I've also had ones that kind of like a smoke flavor. I'm not a big fan of that. Stouts are one of those beers. I like them, but I have to be in the mood for them type of thing. So we'll see how this one goes. Interesting enough, I noticed they actually get some little facts here on my little sheet. And I've read this earlier. I thought it was interesting, so I thought I'd share with you. A lot of times with craft beers, you pour them out and you'll see they're cloudy and you'll see little floaties in the bottom, a little sludge almost in the bottom. So this, it says, did you know? Now you're not going to see that in this beer as such because it's too dark. It says most microbrewed or craft brewed beer is unfiltered, which can lead to yeast deposits in the bottle, also known as floaties or trub. It says what makes this so beneficial from a health perspective is that the B-complex vitamins, trace minerals, chromium and selenium are preserved in the beer since they're not filtered out during the brewing process, which helps maintain the health benefits that would otherwise be lost due to filtering. Alright, so I'm going to give my glass a quick cold water rinse using my glass rinser as per usual, and see if there's any other information. No, nothing at all actually. A couple of pictures, a lighthouse, a coffee cup, a beer, and some milk. And this is out of St. Williams, Ontario. So as expected, it's extremely dark, which we expect from a stout. Most people think when they think stouts, they think Guinness. I enjoy a good Guinness. Been to the Guinness factory in Dublin a few times. If you ever get the chance to get to Dublin, by all means check out the Guinness factory. It's pretty cool. It's a little pricey in my opinion. It's about 4 or 5, maybe 6 stories. Basically you stop at your bottom, work your way up. You got different little things there you can check out, and at the end of it, it ends at the top and there's a little pub there. And you get a free Guinness with the purchase of your entrance. Alright, so nice and dark. Even the head is dark. Guinness, you don't see it quite that dark, the head. And pretty strong stout aroma, almost like coffee-ish. Maybe a little hint of chocolate. Big question is, how does it taste? Very coffee-ish for me. And with that being said, I'm not a coffee drinker, so that's not necessarily something that greatly appeals to me. You can definitely taste the coffee in it, or espresso, whichever you might want to call it. But it doesn't linger, which I like. As I said, I'm not a coffee drinker, and a lot of stouts with hard, heavy coffee flavor kind of turns me off. And this actually, it has it, but it doesn't linger, which I like, so I'm enjoying it a little bit more than I thought it would from the smell. I have to give a rating. My ratings are out of 5. A 1's being a drain pour, don't like it, can't finish it. A 2 is like, yeah, I'm not a big fan, but I'll finish it. A 3 is a good beer. A 4 would be a very good beer, and a 5 would be the best beer ever. So where does this go for me? And in all honesty, my go-to stout would be a Guinness, so I kind of tendency to rate my beers according to that. And you know, Guinness, not a craft beer as such, but I do enjoy their stout. And honestly, I think this one's pretty straightforward for me. I think I'm going to give it a 3.5. It's fairly easy drinking. I'm enjoying it a lot better than I thought I would, especially after the first sniff I took. And it's not a beer or stout at all. If you're got the chance to pick one up, by all means, pick one up. Let me know what you think. This has a. The only thing I'm noticing with this, once again, I consider Guinness is my go-to stout, and with Guinness it leaves you kind of like a creamy milk feel and a mouth feel. I'm not really getting with this. In all honesty, if I was to not know what this is, I might be inclined to think it's a pour over stouts, and the two are very similar. So it's not a bad thing once again. But I think I'll stick my 3.5. So there you go, folks. 3.5 for Hometown Brew Company's Milk Stout. Until next brew, as always, enjoy responsibly. Cheers.